Look how beautiful this is. So I have made it to Belgium, and I'm going to be here for a couple of weeks traveling around. I flew into Brussels, and where I am now is an old abbey, the Villers Abbey, and it's probably maybe an hour and a half or so south of Brussels. So Villers Abbey is a former Cistercian abbey located in the town of Villers-Abbey. It was founded in 1146, and then it was abandoned in 1796. So it was used for quite a while, but then it was abandoned for a long time. Look at this. This was obviously set up for something. This section was the church. It was the abbey's largest building, measuring 94 meters in length and 23 meters high. I have to say, this place is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It just keeps going and going. There are models and renditions of what it would have looked like when it was in operation, but it really just doesn't do it justice. I mean, every room there's another doorway into another room, into another hallway, and it just keeps going and going. This was the Lay Brothers building. Erected in the early 13th century, this building featured various lay amenities: an upstairs dormitory, downstairs refectory, and a workroom. Over time, the number of lay brothers dropped, and the workroom was no longer used. The monks built several small larders to store their supplies in here. Oh, this was the bathroom, maybe. Oh, absolutely. And there's even water down there. The real moat. The kitchen, located between the monks and the lay brothers' refectories. The kitchen was the only room shared by all the abbey's inhabitants. An air vent dating back to the 13th century allowed smoke and steam to be evacuated from the central fireplace. Underground pipes carried wastewater to the river. According to the rule of St. Benedict, monks and lay brothers were allowed 1 to 2 meals a day according to the season, and had to abstain from eating meat from 4-legged animals. Are there any 2-legged animals? Birds? Snakes? That's a loophole. If somebody came here and they liked themselves some delicious rattlesnake. This is the funeral cellars. So we're gonna see. Got a little light here. Can't really go down here unless you have some sort of a flashlight. Wow, look at that. Here, we'll go down in here. This is deep down in here. in the basement, and it's all muddy. You can see all the mud. Look at the ceiling. It's like full blown, like where the bodies would go.
So many.
It's just really hard to get over here because it's all that's thick mud. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to slide. But that's what it looks like. You can't go back there now. If I had some boots, then maybe, but. Yeah, that's some impressive mud there. So believe it or not, Abbeys also had prisons, and this is where it is. These are all, I think these are the individual cells. Each one had a latrine, apparently. So we're going down here. Let me see, I'll put this light on here. Wow, yeah, you could still see the hardware from the doors, the gates, or whatever, the cell gates. And this is one of the cells. It's actually pretty spacious for an old cell. And there's the latrine. Jeez. Doesn't exactly have the modern day feel or the modern day amenities that a newer jail would have, but oh, no, this is, wow, look at this hole. Okay, this is like a legit one. Look at that. All the other ones were covered over. So there you go. That would have been your bathroom. Cold seat in the wintertime. Don't know what this is. So obviously, they've rebuilt a lot. This is much newer, obviously. But this gives you the original, what it used to look like. Yeah, you can walk along. This is the prison in here. This is where I just was. I don't know what that is. Whoa. This is another room. Here's another one. The catacombs down here. I'm not sure what it was. Stuff definitely floods though. There's a river right here. I'm assuming it's once in a while the basements of this place flood. So I'm not sure what this is, but there's a like a culvert or something, some sort of a tunnel down here. I don't know what this was, but I have a light, so I mean, there's some light at the end, so you can definitely make it through. Oh, look at these snails. What the heck? They're all over the place. Look at these things. All right. Oh yeah, look, they're all in here. There's a daddy longlegs in here. Oh. It's a lot cooler in here, that's for sure. This is like Indiana Jones, Belgium style. Okay. So I'm guessing this was for water. Like I just got done saying that there was probably flooding from the river next door or nearby. So they probably need either that or this was some sort of a passage. I really don't know. But it's definitely muddy in here. I don't see any spiders yet. See where it comes out. This was sometimes referred to as the scriptorium. This is where the monks would do their work, recopying books by hand. Kind of a job with a lot of repetition. So before people made it down to that funeral cellar down there, that space, they were likely here. This was the infirmary. Beautiful gardens. I don't know if this is a root cellar or a dungeon. I have no idea. Yeah, I bet you it was a root cellar. By the way it's shaped. I don't know what that is. Oil tank or something now, but I wouldn't be surprised. This could have been some original water source. There's two pipes, one a lot lower than the other. Who knows? I wouldn't drink from there now, though. So this part of the abbey isn't really preserved or restored or anything like that. I think it was the extension of the gardens that you just saw, but it's separated. I feel like they almost, out of spite, haven't done anything with this because the train service came through here, and apparently they built this big viaduct here, and the organization who takes care of the abbey, they're pretty salty about it because it basically split the gardens in half. So now you just have these huge stairs and overgrown gardens that go up this hill. So somewhere on the property is the cemetery where the monks were buried. So I'd like to see it. I've never seen a monk cemetery before. But cell service isn't that great here for me. So it's kind of hard to see on any kind of map that they have. So I'm going to have to try to walk around and find it. Oh, so this is what the room I'm about to show you looked like this. And this is what it is now. Built in the 13th century, this magnificent Gothic-style construction played a major role in the community life. The tables were set along the walls, the monks ate in silence, presided by the abbot or prior. Readings were made from the reader's pulpit. The access stairs to the pulpit, removed in the 18th century, are still partially visible in the western wall. So walking up here, this was the monks' dormitory. This was originally a large communal room with one bed for each monk. Subsequently, the dormitory was divided into individual cells. A door led to the night stairs, taken by the monks to attend night services at their church. So I guess maybe these were the stairs that I just took were the night stairs. This was the parlor. It was the only place where the monks were allowed to talk. Can you imagine when they were in here? They'd just be like, "Ah! I saw you do that. I saw you trip over there, but I couldn't say anything. That was so funny." It'd be all like that. Like, "I got this new joke for you." Like, that's how I feel like they would be. But of course, everywhere else, it was pretty serious business here. And they just communicated with sign language. Maybe the occasional middle finger. Just like a, hey, to their buddies. I couldn't do it. I couldn't be a monk. To be silent like that all the time and to be so restricted. So the monks assembled at the church 7 times every day and once every night for services. So you can see this rendition here, the monks would sit right in here, right along these stone, I guess they were kind of like the stone foundations of their benches, or where they used to sit. Look at that. This is a building nearby. Not sure what it is. Oh, the building was erected in the 13th century to receive guests as recommended in St. Benedict's rule. The refectory is located on the ground floor and the dormitory on the upstairs floor. This building was converted into a brewery in the 16th century. Look at that. Not much left, unfortunately. But you can still see a lot of the amazing stonework. All right, so that's the Villers Abbey, or Abbey Villers. Amazing history here. And very excited to be able to travel around Belgium for the next couple weeks. This is going to be incredible, so stay tuned. Many more interesting places coming.